everyone. Welcome to another episode of Bold TV. My name is Ndifreke Andreasian and I'm your host. So quickly, everyone is going to be introducing herself. You're going to make it sharp and smart because we've met you before along the line of hosting this program for the past 1 year plus, 1.5 years.
Hey, good morning, everyone. My name is Grace Oge Onoha, and I'm a business opportunity broker. I help working professionals who want more than their salaries could afford them, increase their options so that they can build a profitable business, leveraging the hidden riches of social media. I equally help struggling network marketers, online marketers, affiliate marketers gain more clarity so that they can build and leverage on a profitable business.
Hello, everyone. My name is Afion Item. I'm based in Uyo. I'm a lab scientist, member of Bold Hearts Network. Welcome to great things ahead.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Abiose Falade. I'm the Executive Director of Angel Wings Global Freedom Foundation. I'm also the author of the awesome book, Nimi the Warrior Girl. I live in Ibadan. I use a wheelchair.
So today's episode is focused on something that is very crucial, and I believe for everyone who may be listening, our topic for this particular episode of Bold TV is goal setting. Goal setting. I think everybody who has associated with me at one point or the other knows that I'm very particular about goal setting as a theme, as a construct, as something that it's important for people to be intentional about. And as women with disability, I think it's important for us to talk about a topic like this. So like I said, this is our first episode in this year. And God has been faithful to allow us to continue to stay online for as long as we have. So we're really grateful for that. And to just put out there that if you are willing and able to support us to continue to stay online, we are grateful for the opportunity to partner with you. You can be a supporter of Bold TV powered by Bold Hearts Network to ensure that we remain online. So we're grateful for partners. And I just want to elaborate a bit on that. That partners can support us, like, for example, you can decide that you want to support an aspect of disability, a disability-related issue, and you can sponsor an episode where we have the conversation around those issues as it affects women and girls with disabilities. So do not shy away, because every platform to amplify voices, amplify the concerns as regards disabilities are valid, and this is one of such platforms. And before I go ahead, it's important for me to also say thank you to everyone that has supported us so far, not just financially, but also those who have been guests. Because you come online here, we don't pay for your data, and you spend your data because you know the import of the message that you want to bring to the fore. So we're so grateful for everyone that has been a discussant or part of this program. So we say thank you very much. So I think that using that, we have two of our co-hosts who are out. So quickly, please, because of time, you would have to keep it short. Just say your name, say where you're based, what you do. Don't elaborate on that, and then where you are, type of disability. Osaki, go ahead.
Hello, good morning. I'm sorry for that technical issue. I'm Osaki Teresa Georgie. I reside in Port Harcourt. Into advocacy, mentoring women and children with disabilities, and also I use crutches.
All right, so like I said, our topic this morning is goal setting. And to create a premise, I like to say this quote by Zig Ziglar. Ziglar is a renowned motivational speaker and a coach. And he said these words. He said, what you get by achieving your goals is not as important as what you become by achieving your goals. I'll say that again. What you get by achieving your goals is not as important as what you become by achieving your goals. Why am I starting with this quote by Zig Ziglar? People have told me that you're always harping on goals, and a lot of times we find ourselves setting goals and we don't achieve them. And I thought that I would put out this thought, on understanding that goal setting is not necessarily about the destination, but about the journey towards achieving goals. And keeping that in mind, I would like to now turn the conversation to the ladies in the house. Remember, ladies, to keep your responses brief. So when you hear goal setting, what comes to mind? First person I'll ask this is Afia.
Okay, goal setting. It's all about, being intentional about achieving your dreams. It's okay to say, oh, I wish I could be this, I wish I could do that. But when you actually take steps and put systems in place towards achieving that goal, that is when, towards achieving the dream that you have, that is what goal setting is all about. So being intentional about achieving your dreams is not just saying this is what I want, but goal setting has to do with putting steps in place, taking that first step, writing it down, and actually, following through. Like you said, it's what we become. The journey, the process itself is more important than getting to that destination. So goal setting is about that journey, ensuring that the journey is profitable, ensuring that the journey is something that, brings transformation before we even arrive at that destination.
Awesome. So I like some keywords that she used, really power words, that's what we call them. She said, number one, intentional. So it's not about wishing. It's not about speculating or being passive. There's nothing passive about goal setting. It's an action, meaning that. And then she went a step to even give a practical tip of picking it out of your head and writing it down. And then she even added a third thing. I've said it, she used intentional. She talked about a practical tip of writing it down. And then she also said something about setting steps that you can begin to work on towards that goal. And this is very important because I see people come up with goals and then they don't detail on, okay, what am I going to do to get to that journey? We have the opportunity to speak with in-school youths in our programs in Fake Foundation and on the Project Smart. And one of the topics there is goal setting. And I find that a lot of the young persons, immediately when you ask them, what do you want to do? They jump into the future and they talk about things like, I want to be a lawyer. I want to be a doctor. I want to be all that, which is beautiful. Then when you ask them, what do you think you need currently where you are to become those things? You see them gainsaying. They don't know exactly what they're supposed to do. For example, you say, oh, I want to be an aeronautic engineer. And then the person is not too clear on what course, or in fact, what subjects to do in, especially when you talk to junior secondary school. The person is not clear on the subjects to do that will be necessary to be able to study it. So you see, so the steps, the journey is so crucial. And then we now have to find, have the conversations about, you can't just wake up and become an engineer, or you can just wake up and be at your goal. You need to work. Another example I would like to use is, think about a football match. Yes, the winner is the one that scores the main goals. But if you do not do teamwork of practicing as a team, would you be able to work together to achieve that goal? Not at all. So my question is, as we have established what goal setting is, I'd like to ask Grace, why do you think for us women with disabilities, it is important for us to set goals in this year, 2022? Okay, go ahead. Unmute, don't forget to unmute.
Yes, it's very important for us to set goals, because when you set goals, it gives you clarity. You have a sense of purpose. You know what you are supposed to do at a particular time. You understand? And when you're not doing that thing, you know that you're supposed to be doing this. But when you don't have clarity, you don't even know what you're supposed to do or what you're expected to have, the outcome. You understand? So if you fail to plan, then you have planned to fail. That's just it. So, but when you set goal, you have clarity. You are seeing it in your mind eye, and there's high tendency that you will have it in your hand. What you don't see in your mind and start setting the goal, you can't have it in your hand. That's the reality. So you first of all have to be clear. That's the be do have strategy. You be clear on what you have and begin to take the action first by writing it out and how you can start getting that. And in the process, you start seeing yourself achieving those goals. It's the bit to have strategy. Thank you.
Amazing. So she has talked about the importance of goal setting being that it brings clarity. And oh my God, I mean, she couldn't even be more true, because clarity is one thing that we seek for, even when we do not know, because sometimes even in business spaces, or what am I supposed to, what am I not supposed to do? In setting goals, slowly but surely, in carrying them out, one is able to gain clarity. So I want to quickly ask Biose, what other importance do you think as women with disabilities we attach to the importance of goal setting? Go ahead. Why is it important to set goals? One important.
Thank you very much. It's very important for young women with disabilities to set goals, because then they will know where they are going at all times. They will understand that where they have to get to, what they have to do, the steps they have to take to actually get to where they are going may not be plenty or may be plenty. And it will give them a sense of high self-esteem, because then they will know that they are worthy of what they have done and they feel proud of what they have done. At the end of the day, after they have achieved their goal, they will feel a sense of pride that they did this, that they, as a young woman with disability, did this and it turned out right. So that's what I feel that setting goals, what it does for young women with disabilities.
All right. So she has said that it is beneficial because what it does is that it gives you direction. And then she also went ahead to tell us a benefit of goal setting, which is that it lifts our self-esteem. So Osaki, can you tell us one more importance, and then I'll go to the next thing, just one.
Thank you. One more importance of goal setting for women with disabilities, I think, and I know, it helps you set your priorities. You know, the year just started and we listed so many things I want to do this year, blah, 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 blah. But when you set that goal, give a priority of which one is most important. And it helps you to push in on the types of goal setting. Which one, is it a short term, is it a long term, is it a middle term? Which one that you need at that moment that's first important, that is possible and you can achieve.
All right, so she has said that it helps you to prioritize on your goals. Thank you very much. And while she had the conversation, she was able to tell us that in setting goals, it's good to identify which one is a short-term goal, which one is a mid-term goal, and which one is a long-term goal. Because remember, life is a race, and even within that race, we have the time where we can do the sprint, where we can rush up and get something done. We have the time where it has to be an endurance thing where the journey is long, winded. So it's good to identify and know if your goal is a short-term goal and a long-term goal. And somebody I'm sure is wondering what is long-term goal, what is short-term goal. That's actually really simple. That is dividing goals into based on duration. All right, so moving on with the conversation. So I just want to delve into what are some of the benefits of goal setting. Biose told us one of the benefits, and then she said that for women with disabilities, it helps to build self-esteem, because when you set your goals and then you find yourself achieving them, it's something it does to your self-esteem. It boosts your confidence. You begin to feel that, oh yes, if I could do this, I can do something else. So what other benefits are there?
One of the benefits of goal setting is that it motivates you. It gives you a sense of purpose. That sense of purpose that, okay, there's something I can do. It gives you a sense of purpose and motivates you.
Awesome. So it motivates, gives a sense of purpose. Honestly, I have so many testimonies of how this is possible. And I just want to put it out there before I forget that don't be too hard on yourself. Don't think that when we talk about goal setting, we're talking about I will build the house. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about doing the little things, but staying at it and being consistent at it. There's something that it does to you. For example, when I went on my recovery journey and I needed to go back to school, and then things happened, and then I was refused. One of the things that I did that has continued to help me was that I was like, okay, what next? As in that question, I always ask myself, okay, what next? I don't want to think about the unknown that's go far, as in it's like, because you give me a headache. So I tend to do, okay, what next? And it helps me a lot, because once I'm like, okay, what next? Even if what next is go and think about it, it is something. Even if what next is go and make inquiries about this. Trust me, it is a goal achieved. In fact, it's something, it's an action done. So when you find yourself, in a place where you're not just asking, okay, what next? What is the little thing that I can do to be better or to know more about the situation to make an informed decision? So thank Afion for that benefit. Okay, over to you, Grace. Okay.
Yes, I just wanted to add something.
Okay.
Most times when we set goals and we achieve it, it's not all about us. So it's more about the people who are watching us. We don't even know we have people. So somehow goal setting helps to increase our credibility. Because when people want to do something, they're like, who has done it before? Those kind of who has done it before people. They now remember that, hey, Beyonce did this and she achieved it. So whenever they want to speak, they will call Beyonce's name, that she did this and she has. So they'll say, if Beyonce has done this before, I think I can do it. So it increases your credibility. Thank you.
Awesome. So benefit is that it increases, in fact, she said two things in one, your credibility and your visibility, really. And I think there's even a third thing inside there, your relevance. Your relevance, it does that. Okay, so I would like to fling to Osaki, a benefit, and then after that, Beyonce, a benefit. One like that. Quickly.
Okay. Very much. Another benefit is that relief. It gives you this joy that, okay, I can really move from step A to step B. So whenever you set your goal and you achieve it, that's relief and joy. So I can move from this stage to the next stage. It's like a good standout. So it gives you the standout and relief as a lady with disability.
Okay, in fact, let me help her medically. It releases the right hormones. Flood your system with the right hormones, happy hormones. All right, so Beyonce, one benefit, and then I go to the last, we start winding down.
Okay, thank you very much, Reki. It's also when you achieve your goal, other than it making you feel as if you've created something great, it also gives you a sense of belonging, that you are actually doing the right thing with your life and that you are actually on the right path. So it also makes you see the road clearly, as in for you to know that this is your path and you are on it.
All right, so what it does is I can validate your purpose for you, especially on life's journey. We're all made, we are beings made for purpose. There's a reason why you're here. You're not made just to occupy space or just be another person, and it validates your purpose. So that's amazing. All right, ladies. So they say talk is cheap. So we had 2021 came, and we had a lot of ladies say, I will do this and I will do that. All of you here. So, so I just want to ask you, this question is like this, yeah? And it's going to go around, right? But you have to somehow do it in 1 minute. What was the goal that you set? What was the one goal that you set for yourself in 2021? Mm-hmm. Then the question is, what was the challenge that you had in achieving it? And did you achieve it? Or where are you at? Where are you at on it? So let me repeat. What was the goal that you set for yourself? And because you set many. So what is one goal that you set for yourself in 2021 that you would like to talk to us about? What was the major challenge that you faced in working that goal? And where are you currently at with that goal? And because she has been smiling plenty, Afio, je m'appelle somebody.
Frank, it's like you have it out for me this year. Wow, we're starting. Okay. Yes, you were yabbing me behind the scenes about, my French, learning a new language. And I know that's one thing I said I was going to focus on last year. But I'm happy to report that, yes, there were bumps and, glitches, but I'm happy to report that I think I've really improved. I've made considerable progress and, I'm more confident. Yes, unlike before where I was afraid, to open my mouth and, je suis très contente. So I'm happy with my progress. I even put it up on Facebook, what my achievements, for the last year. I've been learning using an app, and it has really helped me. So now sometimes even subconsciously, I just, I find myself, I'm able to like just be speaking the language to myself,
Okay, so you talked about bumps. So just say, what was one challenge that you think you had?
Sometimes not just wanting to, I don't feel like, sometimes I'm tired, and then, I feel like, oh, okay, can I just not do it today? But, with the app I was using, they will always send you reminders and like, oh, you have to maintain a certain streak and all that. So I would tell myself, look, if you can't push through, if you make excuses today, there's a possibility of making excuses tomorrow. So I would always try, even if I may not do as much as I should, but I would do something just to maintain that consistency. I tried to be consistent, no matter how I felt.
Awesome. So I just want, I'm talking about the challenges, because I just want somebody to know that even though you have set your goal, set all the steps you want to, doesn't mean that the road will just be clear. There may be obstacles and you have to work it out. And one of the things that you've said is that you try to avoid making excuses. And that's one of the challenges of goal setting. Once you start making excuses, you will continue to make excuses. So one tip would be avoid making excuses on what you need to do with respect to that goal. Okay, so let me slide over to Biose. Remember, brief, tell us what was the one goal you wanted to do, what were your challenges in achieving it, or one challenge, and where are you currently at with it?
Okay, my goal for 2021 was to write 3 children's books, but because I had a challenge of time on my hands, running Angel Wings, doing other things, like Frankie knows I do a whole lot of things at the same time. So it took time, but I wrote one book, which I'm very proud of right now. And the challenges I faced while writing that one book was creating time to actually write the book, to actually finish writing the book. And well, that's it, just creating time, trying to tear myself from my other activities and just face writing the book. Yeah.
Awesome.
So yeah.
So Biose is an author of a children's book. Yay! Mimi the Warrior Girl, you can order it. This free advert, Biose, you owe us money. You can order it online.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
She's an author. If she was serious about the advert, she would have downloaded her achievement so that we'll put it online. But you can reach out to her if you want to order Mimi the Warrior Girl. What I have done in Fake is that we have ordered 30 copies for children in communities. So you can do the same thing. It's a good book. Well done. All right, let me fling it to Osaki. Your goal, challenge, where are you at?
Okay, thank you. Last year, I had 2 goals that I had to complete. They're even like old goals anyway. Okay, I had to finish a degree program in education that started 2020 because of the COVID and everything. It was online and the rest. So I had to finish that last year. Successfully, I finished it, but what remains to go and collect my certificate, maybe finance or something. I have to finish it. Then also,
wait, why are they not clapping? Like this.
So start up my own computer training, like a facilitator. After I left my job,
pick one. Sister, pick one. Now you have entered part 2.
I was dragging my feet. So I had Frankie wished me so much and she helped me out. It started. But one of the challenges I have now is publicity. I've started though, it's going on. I need to do more public work as you advertise it. So it's a serious challenge, but I think I've started. So anyhow, I'm going to run it up. I'm going to finish it and it's going to stay stable. So Frankie did help me. I had candidates and that's how we went for last year. Thank you.
So what she's trying to say, in other words, is that she runs a computer school where they teach they do computer training for young persons. If you have a young person who is transitioning between secondary and university school, you know that period, yeah? it will be good for the person to reach out to us, Saki, to get some knowledge on computer. The world is now digital. You can ask, okay,
Thank
you
you so much.
can't be analog and survive.
Yes.
So that's
my goal in 2021, considering what happened in 2020, a lot of people lost their businesses, people that were not online. Because there's something that Bill Gates said. He said, if your business is not online, then you're not in business. So after the experience of 2020, I made my resolution for 2021 that I was going to leverage on omnipresence. That's to have an online front to drive my business, to build my business. So majority of the people I had in 2021 were like 90% online, and we built greater business like when I was trying to convince people I knew to do businesses with me. So what I was doing majorly was attraction marketing, and I was doing ads, organic ads. I didn't pay for sponsored ads. So some of the challenges I had while doing this is that a lot of them had network issues. So sometimes we're on Facebook, where we use Facebook group, WhatsApp groups, Telegram groups, or Zoom. So sometimes they complain they have network issues or they don't have data to come online, and then inability to gain people's attention at the same time. But because of Facebook group or WhatsApp group or Telegram group, people could come back and take a look. Thank God for that. So sometimes I'll be sleeping and people will be calling me or paying money that they want to do what I was telling them like a few months ago. So I'll be like, thank God I did this online. If it was offline, I've lost it till another session I would have. Then consistency. Sometimes I wasn't consistent in groups because there are some days you feel like, and there are some days you will not feel like. Yeah, so that was my challenges I had. So the lessons I got was that I had to make that resolution to work with the willing. I will not try to pressure or hype people to do businesses with me or for me to train them. Yes, so I dissolved my coaching groups, especially on WhatsApp, my 2 coaching groups on WhatsApp, I dissolved it. And then I picked the people who were willing to work. But I didn't just dissolve it and then leave those people stranded. Immediately, that 31st night, I already told them that 31st night, I'm dissolving these groups. So that 31st night stroke New Year, in the midnight, I reached out to 250 something people to wish them Happy New Year and ask them if they would love to do business. I have a new group. So they were excited and most of them trooped into the new group. So that's the lesson for 2022, to work with the willing. Don't try to force or hype or pressure people against their will. So that's it for me. Thank you.
awesome. So in sharing experiences, we've been able to hear benefits, we've been able to hear the challenges, and we were able to hear how they were able to surmount or work on the challenges to get to where they are at currently with the goals that they set in 2021. So this is the year 2022, and everyone is encouraged to set at least one major goal, set one thing that you want to look back on at the end of 2022 and ask yourself, okay, what did I do with this? What did I do about this? I think for me last year, one of the things that I really wanted to do was to literally go to the studio and not sing my own song, but at least sing a song. And I was able to do 2 covers. So I did a cover of I Look to You by Whitney, and I did a cover of Stand by Donny. And for me, that was great achievement. All right, ladies. So what we're going to do now is we talked about our goals that we set in 2021 and where we are at. Okay, just to put that, one of the challenges I had was, and interestingly, a lot of people don't know that it's possible. I had self-doubt. You know, self-doubt is one thing. I didn't think that I'll be able to do it. Like, even though I sing every time, but well, I don't know who will want to listen to it. But the feedback was amazing. So work on self-doubt. Don't allow self-doubt to keep you from working towards your goals. So in rounding off this particular episode and speaking to my ladies here, quickly, I want you to just give one tip that I want to give out to a woman with disability or a person with disability or anybody out there who may be listening to us currently. One tip on how they can make it, you know, in setting and achieving their goals in 2022. One, keep it brief, we're rounding up. So I'll go to Beyonce first.
Thank you, Freki. So my tip for women with disability this year is it's okay to be afraid. It's very okay. But the thing I would like you to do is to actually walk through your fear, to actually start something even though you're afraid. Because it is while you're afraid, that's when you will know that you're doing something great.
One thing you should just do with disability, I just think avoid procrastination and have someone that can give you this push, that is ready at all times to say, do this, you can do it, and push you forward. Thank you.
All right. So she said, avoid procrastination. So avoid that word, I'll do it later, I'll do it later, I'll do it later. Right. And then find maybe an accountability partner or someone who can give you the push when you're feeling tired, someone you can speak to that can say, no, you can do it, or can advise or guide or counsel. All right, Affion.
Okay, unbundle it. Don't put pressure on yourself. You can pick, it's okay to start with one thing. If that's your first time of doing it, start with one thing. Look for one thing and focus on that. It's easy, it's better to focus on one thing than try to do many things at the same time because you won't succeed. And then another thing is that find what you're already doing that is working. You can select from something that is currently ongoing in your life that is working, and then try to see how you can improve on it. It doesn't have to be something new. Find something you're currently doing that is working, that is, in line with where you're going, and try to work on it and improve on it.
Awesome. So I want to give you these tips. I want to ask you to write them down. Bring it out of your head. That's the tip I want to give you. Write it. Okay, I will come back to you. So write the goal down. Write it down. The one goal, the two goals, whatever. Write it down. And then be clear about it. Don't make it vague at all. If your goal is going to fill 2 pages of a book, feel free to express what it is. So write it. It's not, when I say write down, we're not talking about words or one paragraph or one sentence. Go ahead and write what you truly want. Be true to yourself when you're writing it out. And then finally, when you're writing your goals down, don't write I hope to. Write it like this. Write I want to. I will. Don't write I hope to. I should do this. Yeah. So that whenever you pick it again, it will speak to you and say, you said you wanted to, yeah, do it. All right, so okay, quickly, I just write saying one tip. One tip.
Okay, one tip I want to give to people who, are looking for ways to succeed in this year 2022 is to have a strong belief. Have a strong belief. Believe in yourself. That's one. Believe in yourself. Even if you don't believe any other person, believe yourself. 2, believe in your product or services that you are giving out. Because if you don't believe in it, if you don't have a strong, you don't know what it does, or you don't know how it can help you, nobody will be ready to buy it from you. Believe in your company, a company that you promote. Believe in it. These 3 things are powerful. And the most important thing is believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, nobody will believe you, even if you have the best products or services. Thank you.
All right, awesome. We are so grateful for all of you who are listening to us online. We hope we have been able to motivate you with our experiences, with the tips we have dropped this year. 2022 is an amazing year. It's a year of fresh air, possibilities, and it is in your hand to start, set those goals, begin to work towards it, step by step. Like Affion said, unbundle it, and celebrate your wins. I forgot to mention that. You do something, you achieve, celebrate it. So once again, we come to you every Saturday, 10:30 a.m. www.facebook.com/Bold Heart Network. If you're a woman with disability out there, you want to amplify your voice on any issue as regards disability that will improve the lives of others, please inbox us so that it can be a discussant. Regular, one-off, doesn't matter. Inbox us, we'll be able to give you the platform to join us to have robust conversations. Thank you very much. If you want to support us financially to stay on air, to be able to do this program, please reach out to any of us. We are here to take on and answer your questions. Thank you so much if you're watching us from wherever in the world. We have people watching us from everywhere in the world. It's amazing the feedback we get, and we thank you for that. So, on behalf of the ladies, we say Bold TV, beautiful, outstanding ladies with disabilities.